Oh, that sun is bright. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The sun is like crazy right now. Oh. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk. I need you to know how cold it is in Birmingham because my friend just told me it's 23 degrees in New Jersey. It's 26 degrees in Birmingham. So basically, Birmingham's weather has now basically reached Jersey level cold. So there's that. It is freezing in Birmingham. I opened the door to let the dog out this morning, and he literally turned back and looked at me like, sis, are you? I'm like, look, there's nothing I can do about that. You better get outside. It is freezing. Freezing. Negative 30 in Alaska. Well, that's some different shit, honey. That's next level shit, okay? That's like next level cold. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are going to have a quick but very honest conversation about why the world stopped when Brad and Jen reunited last night at the SAG Awards. And I'm here to tell you that there will be people in the comments who say things like, oh, whatever, he was all once a cheater, always a cheater. We know. And here come all then the next phase will be all the Angelina fans, which I'm not here for, to be honest. And everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I just definitely don't agree with those. I'm going to tell you why the world stopped when Brad and Jen reunited last night. So last night at the SAG Awards, which are the Screen Actors Guild Awards, which means the awards are voted on by the actual actors. So as nice as the awards are from the Academy, which are like the Oscars and stuff, it's really nice to be awarded by your peers because it means that people are watching you work. Hi, can I call you mom? If you really want to. I like how the window is protecting my eyes from the sun. It's like window sunglasses going on here. So anyway, last night, Brad wins the SAG Award for Best Male Performance in a Drama for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And he goes up and he wins his award and he says, I'm going to have to add this to my Tinder profile, right? And it's very funny, and he's giving this speech, and they cut to Jen in the audience, and she's like this, just swooning like the rest of the world. Right? Because they've already said they are friends. Jennifer just turned 50, had a 50-year-old birthday party, and Brad was there. They're friends. Okay? They have figured out a way to become friends. Great for them. So, they cut to Jennifer watching Brad in the audience, and she's all of us. Just swoon. Right? Okay. Well, Brad, when you win an award, you have to go backstage and do press. So you immediately walk backstage, you take, there's a red, like a step and repeat, you take pictures, you answer a few questions, and then they bring you back to your seat. While Brad was backstage doing press for winning his award, Jennifer won for Best Female Performance in the morning show. So there's monitors. So Brad, they're like, Brad, Jen won. He turns around and he's like, oh, wow. First of all, oh, wow will be heard around the fucking world. Swoon, 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 swoon. So he stops and there's video of him watching her. Now, Brad's an actor, people. Brad knows there's cameras on him. He's like one of the only 4 movie stars we have left right now. He knows there's cameras watching him. I get it. It's not all natural, but still, He's watching Jen give her speech, and he's like, oh wow, and he's just standing there gazing at her on the screen. Now he's all of us watching Jen, right? Okay. What happens is, hear me out, because I was a publicist, so I know what goes on backstage. Brad then is going to be taken back to his seat. Jennifer is being brought backstage. If Brad did not want to see Jennifer, every publicist backstage would make sure that they didn't see each other. Because for years, people were keeping them apart. There was no run-in between Brad and Jen. So I can assure you that Brad turned to his people and said, make sure I am here when she gets back here. He wanted to see her. Swoon, 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 swoon. Okay. She sees him, and there are photos of her seeing him and her genuine happy reaction to seeing him. And they have an exchange. They hug. He congratulates her. She congratulates him. And as she's starting to walk away, he's like holding on to her hand, and she like touches his chest, and it's beautiful. Okay. It's a beautiful moment between people who shared part of their life together and have now come back full circle as friends. Here is the key piece. I'm going to give you the key piece to why Jennifer and Brad were even able to put a friendship back together. Do you want to know why? Because Brad Pitt is sober. Brad Pitt put the work in to change his life. And now he's sober. And if you don't think that an alcoholic getting sober is powerful enough to bring two people back together, you are crazy. I'm not saying it works every time. I'm not saying it works every time, and I'm not saying that people who get sober always deserve second chances. I'm not saying any of those things. But what I am saying is, if you want to know why Brad was in the mindset to tell Cynthia Pett, his manager, who I know, and his team, keep me back here so I can congratulate her. That is sober Brad. That is Brad Pitt, who, since he got divorced from Angelina and lost his kids, put the work in to get sober. That is that man. That is why he is funny now and engaging on stage and makes jokes about putting his SAG award on his Tinder profile, because he is self-aware of how invested this world is in his love life. He's not cloudy, funky Brad anymore. He's not angry Brad anymore. He is authentically just Brad. He is forced every single day to live in the moment, sober, to go through it all. He knows how much Jen loved him and what he did to her, and he's had to like make all of that sort of right in his mind. And there is something really beautiful about a woman who can be, because let me tell you something. If you think she wasn't humiliated, if you think she wasn't heartbroken, he was the most insensitive piece of good-looking shit I have ever seen. Okay? And most of us, had Brad not done the work, would have been like, no, he doesn't even deserve her as a friend. But this is a man who said, I can't live like that. I can't treat people this way. I can't leave the woman that I loved, mortified and humiliated. Like, I got to do the work. He did the work. This is the Brad that we all started to love in Thelma and Louise. He's back. This is the guy. And if you think the power of God and sobriety cannot do that, I'm telling you, I don't have a substance abuse problem, but I am telling you that Brad has turned to God and he has gotten sober, and that is the man that waited for Jen backstage to congratulate her. Are they getting back together? I'm sure not. I'm sure absolutely not. But is it a beautiful thing to see somebody who's really done the work, and Jennifer knowing that He didn't get played by Angelina. No, he was not sober. He was not healthy for that situation. And she had to put him out. And I don't comment on her because I don't really like her. That's not my girl. I'm not an Angelina stan or whatever. But he hasn't been sober for a long time. I think he did the work first for himself, yes. And because he has children. And because he wants to see his children and be healthy for them. And this is just a byproduct. He didn't get sober for Jennifer Aniston, but you can see what God and sobriety can do for a man. You can see it. And yes, Bradley Cooper helped him get sober. Bradley Cooper was the one that was like, dude, if you want a life, any kind of life, you have to get sober. So the reason why the world flipped out when the two of them came back together is because women especially want to believe that men can look back at their mistakes and regret them. It is a fairy tale of a different kind. It is not the once upon a time, but it is the I can make really bad decisions and I can do the work and come back around and be genuinely sorry for them. And I can choose you in some way. Maybe it isn't romantic. Maybe it isn't as a life partner, but I can come back to you and do the work and apologize and let you know it wasn't you, it was me. And women need to know that. They just do. Do men need to know that, Jamie? Yes, but that's not what this talk is about. This is why people want to know that sobriety works and God is real and love is everlasting and people can work it out and they can be friends and people can apologize and all of those things. And it's just amazing. And it is why women freaked out. And everyone goes, oh my God, he's such a cheater. We get it. We know. But if you can see past that, there's a lot of beauty going on there. There's a lot of hard work going on there. There's a lot of healing going on there. So you can choose to look at the cheating. That's your choice. Or you can look at the healing. We are all human, and this is a journey. And until God calls us home, this journey is not over. We are required to put in the work. And Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston put in the work. And that is a different kind of fucking fairy tale. And I am here for it. Here for it. So, when we get off this coffee talk, you go and you look at the clip of Brad watching Jennifer win her award. You find that video. And you find the pictures of them reuniting backstage, and you allow yourself for a second to feel that, because we all did, and it was amazing and whatever. And sobriety is real and God is good all the time. And when people do the work, it's unfucking believable. And she deserves better than him. Okay. I like I said, they're not getting back together. But what do we deserve better than? We don't deserve people who do the work, people who heal themselves. I don't know. I think it's very subhuman to just dismiss people, right? Like, I'm not saying she has to get back with him, but I love that she's allowed him back in her life as a friend, because the man spent 2 years like shaking the demons out of him. That matters. We can't discard people who do the work. You can discard someone who doesn't do the work. You could look at drunk, shitty Brad and go, she deserves better than him. But come on. Like, the man is trying. I'll reward that every time. Do the work. Do the work. I love it. Anyway, shout out to Jennifer Aniston's nipples. They never let me down. They show up every time, and I am here for that too. And I just love people, and I love this journey, and I love healing, and I love forgiveness. And I love people who put in the hard work. Getting sober is fucking hard. It is excruciating. It is a choice every day that most of us will never have to choose. It is. Anyway, I love it for us. I love that there are people who are testaments to the fact that you can do the work and you can turn your life around, and it is real, and healing is out there, and forgiveness is out there, and I love it. I love it. Yay. Anyway, I am all about it. And if you want, you can go to my Instagram, which is at Jamie P. Sullivan, JAIMEP Sullivan, at Jamie P. Sullivan. Go to my Instagram and look at my posts because I posted pictures of them and I love them so much. All right. I love you. Shout out to yours too. Oh, my nipples. I love you guys so much, so much. Have a great, great day.